There's a Kindred jungle in this game. Kindred against Xin Zhao. Actually, in general, Kindred against anyone, not a good time for the Kindred. But of all the people you would want to go up against Xin Zhao, Kindred is not one of them. Kindred actually opens up the game with an early mark onto the Annie. They're not going to try for an invade, doesn't look like. Oh, they might. It's going to be a super delayed invade, but Xin Zhao's going to see this. He's going to back off. She drops a ward. Blitzcrank's not going to go for anything here. The rest of his team is just not in position. It is Ashe Blitzcrank against Misfortune Zillion bot. And the game will start pretty slowly. Pretty slow start on both sides. That is a pretty nice skin. Zillion bakes when he recalls. I like that. Oh, a very delayed invade, but too bad they're spotted out by a ward. There was an excellent foresight to drop down that ward, and the flash hook gets countered by Zillion's own flash, and Zillion returns fire with a bomb. There's no ward dropped in blue boss pit, so blue team's just gonna run away. Blitz throws up his crying emoji. And despite them showing up, Zillion still poked his head in. He probably didn't expect the Blitz to commit to a flash hook, but he blew his own in exchange. Probably an even trade for the most part. It is interesting that they did go for it regardless. It's an Olaf Darius top, which I haven't even talked about yet. Olaf Darius top is not a lane that favors the Olaf. Darius loves him when you try to fight him when you're low. In fact, he's begging for it. But the early undertows might actually make the difference. He is actually committing the ignite very early on as well. Concrete gets popped on both sides. All I said, just throw that out the window, because Olaf gets a solo kill, first blood. Darius tanking aftertow after undertow to the face. Starting Decimate actually probably also doomed him. You do want to start W in that melee matchup, so you could cripple Olaf's attack speed and makes it impossible for him to actually fight you. Even with max hammer stacks, Olaf just doesn't care. He gets that solo kill, and he's going to recall. Neither side has teleport. In fact, this whole game, nobody has a teleport. It's not something you commonly see anymore. But Kindred, she's gonna run into a Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is so much stronger than her. Oh. No. It kind of hurts me to see that. I'm in physical pain when I see plays like that being made. Not because Kindred's weak, because I've kind of accepted that a long time ago, but the fact that Kindred players still try that play, it's never gonna work out. The days of Kindred being this early invade skirmishy jungler, that's gone. That's not coming back. Oh, the rupture doesn't well, it does connect on the Annie, it doesn't bring her under the tower range. Overdrive comes up, but there's no rocket grab. Oh, early advantages across the lanes. 3 solo kills. It's actually a very beautiful scoreboard. Look at this pattern. Now it's up to bot lane. Ashe just needs to solo die to MF, and Zillion just needs to solo kill the Blitz. And then we have a perfectly symmetrical, a very weird sense of symmetrical at least, scoreboard. Yeah, but Kindred, the days of Kindred being a squishy skirmish early invade jungler, that's gone. Now she's just squishy. She's lost the other words in that descriptor. Now Kindred is more so playing for avoidance, because if your laners have good follow-up ganking potential, and looking at Darius and Cho'Gath, they very well do. Kindred can't set up a kill on a laner with relative ease, but what she can't do is 1v1 the jungler. The days of her invading are long gone. The days of her grabbing marks in the enemy's jungle offensively are long gone. Nowadays, if people are gonna try to run a Kindred, oh my god, the cannon! Oh, the cannon makes people do greedy things, including that. Don't do that. Sinjal's gonna come in, but they're punched up very closely. Is there gonna be a counter rupture? There will be, but it completely whiffs. Kindred jumps in to try to help, but she's gonna get stunned up by the Annie, taking so much damage, and she has to try to make her way out. The stab once again, double rupture lands. Aftershock is procced, but there's no follow-up damage. Cho'Gath is fully out of mana. He needs to try to eat some minions to gain some mana back. But there's no mini wave crashing for a long time. He's gonna slowly nom away. I mean, he is nomming, right? Like that's his auto attack animation. He's not stepping on them, is he? Or is he just stepping on them? It does, I don't know. That's a very weird question. But Ignite's traded out at bot lane. The bomb latches onto Blitzcrank. He's gonna walk back. Oh my gosh, he almost kills the Ashe. Oh, that's so close. But our red team, 4 for 0. Double up onto the Blitzcrank. He's solo. He doesn't have mana barrier. Oh, what was he thinking? And he gives away the 5th kill of this game. Man, oh man. Now MF once more. She gets sped up. Make it rain coming down. Easy kill. Picked up by the Misfortune. 2-0-0. Despite being a bit behind in CS. Whoops. Dropped something. Despite being a bit behind in CS. Doesn't matter. Just picked up a double kill. They're well ahead. Red Smite going down on the Darius. The Olaf coming in. He wants to run this guy down a little bit more. Ragnarok Ignite takes that kill. Easy clap. And mid lane, Tibbers gets dropped on the Trollgas, scaring him back. All lanes soaring ahead to massive advantages so early on. It's almost unrecoverable just 6 minutes in, but can Kindred make the play happen? She marked Annie at the start of the game, has yet to take it off, but Sinjao shows his face. That's enough to get Kindred to walk away. Oh man. Oh, never mind. Kindred leaves. Sinjao's gonna get the dive. Tower works through his ultimate. He is going to drop the first kill of this game, giving up the shutdown to the Cho'Gath, who has now, I believe, hit level 6 off that kill. We'll have to see when he respawns. He is now level 6, indeed. Now, Flame Rod stealing away the blue buff as a minor constellation prize. I mean, if people want to play Kindred nowadays, going back to that original train of thought, don't play her as a skirmishy jungler. Just play her as someone who ganks a lot. You'll do way better. You won't feed, and you actually do get a chance to scale up into the late game where you are actually quite strong. But getting caught out by Sinjao in the jungle and then opting to fight him is definitely like the last thing you should be doing. Especially knowing that Sinjao beats you at basically all stages of the game. And now, Darius, greeting for a cannon yet again. He's gonna eat an undertow. He's actually only level 5 to Olaf's level 7. He drags Olaf under tower and let the tower pummel him for a little bit. But Olaf's still perfectly healthy. Darius doesn't even have his ultimate yet. But that said, once he does have his ultimate, Olaf, a character who likes to fall really low, can just... Alright, he doesn't even need ultimate to do that. Wow. What was that? But Sinjao's gonna kill off the Ashe. Olaf getting a little bit too confident for his own good, let's say. Darius picks up the critical kill. Cash up EXP. Skyrockets him to level 7 in the blink of an eye. Oh my goodness, I think he actually pulled it back. With Noxian Guillotine, he has a chance against the Olaf. Zilean does level up the Sinjao. They're going to pull the Drake out of the pit and go back onto it, and they're going to kill it off. Red team has slain the dragon. Still very much ahead in this game. Kindred, that is a feels bad man build. That is not the build you want to be building. Oh, when your opponent already has this Warhammer done that has secured the dragon. Kindred is going to power farm up. But that's going to be the end of that. Rupture knocks up on the knock up onto the Annie. And now Cho'Gath gets to farm this wave in peace. He does have feast. He hasn't actually eaten anything yet. He's at 0 feast stacks. He could just eat a minion and start stacking up, but it seems like he's saving it for an unknown reason. The cooldown's not that long. You can definitely just start eating minions now. He does go ahead and eat a minion. So that is going to be the first Cho'Gath stack of this game. Slowly building up his way to be extremely healthy. But there's a Sinjao on the enemy team, and there's an Olaf. They love it when there's tanky people, and that's just a lot of health. Because they can fight them and never die. But now the invade comes in. Kindred getting shoved out of her own jungle. Darius is coming in to assist, but the slow lands onto Olaf. Olaf does have Ragnarok to break out of it. Kindred smites the buff away. Xin Zhao takes a little bit of a step back. He walks back a little bit too far and gets jumped on by 3 people. Abraham pulls him back, and the Noxing Guillotine gets the dunk, not the kill. Cho'Gath gets the shutdown. Xin Zhao passing backwards for a split second, resulting in his death. Double bomb going down bot lane, but there's not going to be an extended trade. Olaf, he's angry, he's mad. Rupture not effective against Ragnarok. Olaf picks up the revenge kill. 4-1. He also has Executioner's Calling very early on to cut Darius' healing from Decimate. But Darius responds in kind, getting Ninja Tabai. Utterly useless against Reckless Swing, but pretty effective against the rest of Olaf's kit. Now, Wolf and Lamb making their way to mid lane, getting slowly burned down by Tibbers actually. Oh, that's embarrassing. They actually gave away a Dark Harvest proc and falls to critical HP just from being embraced by Tibbers. She is so low, she's walking up so far. Kindred pops her own ultimate in response. Mounting Dread lands the slow on the enemy. She flashes forward! Why did I watch this game? It's hurting me inside. That was a very mind-boggling play. The kill on Annie could have been finalized very easily if she did basically anything except that, and she did that. That's not the right way to go about things. Xin Zhao is gonna come in. He's gonna try to brawl with the Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath has none of that. He's gonna walk away. He's actually falling very far behind in CS. 2, 3, and 0 is 50 CS. That's basically nothing. He's like 5 whole minion waves behind. The upper hand gets eaten up by the Ragnarok. No effect. Olaf gets the dunk. He tanks one more tower shot, makes his way out. No death. MF gets revived by Zillion ultimate. But here comes Blitzcrank. The knockup is real. But MF bullet time doesn't find the target. Kindred finally picks up, I believe, her first stack of the game. She is going to get a double kill. No, never mind. 2 stacks. But still, 12 minutes in, you want a lot more than just 2 stacks. Olaf tanking a few tower shots. We'll call that a 5-head strat to hit the tower faster. Bot lane drops to Kindred. Kindred finally gets some kills and has the ability to convert some more. Annie doesn't have Electrocute. She has the Dark Harvest. Her burst potential is not as strong. But oh, she can definitely keep on bullying the Cho'Gath. But Tibbers was dropped without the stun. So Cho'Gath can just slowly walk away. The rest of the damage not going to come in strong. Herald gets picked up by the Xin Zhao. He's going to hug the Empire Recon and go back home. Tibbers dies. Cho'Gath has his non-mop again. Will he eat anything, or does he want the Annie? He's going to try to walk up. He gets nothing, losing a few more minions. You can't afford to be losing those at this stage. He's so far behind in farm. He just needs the income. His Abyssal Mask is not even done. And Annie is already sitting on Luden's Echo. No, Nom onto the cannon. That's going to be stack number 2 for Cho'Gath. A lot of stacking champions on blue team. We can even count like Darius stacks as like a stacking champion, I guess. Cho'Gath wants to infinitely scale up. Kindred wants to infinitely scale up. But will this game end before they get a chance to? It is looking like it. Olaf is incredibly strong right now. Bot lane is winning. Mid lane is winning heftily. Jungle is just winning by default. Now Olaf walks in. Ragnarok gets popped. Rupture not effective. Undertow gets picked up. He's taking so many tower shots. One more tower shot. It actually kills him. He doesn't lifesteal anything. Cho'Gath is casually walking away, picking up a free kill. Olaf a little bit too hand for his own good. He has Sanguine Blade. He's going full damage, but he also abandoned his Righteous Glory by doing so. With no Righteous Glory, it's going to be hard for him to catch up and gap close. As seen there, Cho'Gath flashes away and just walks and kills off the Xin Zhao with no effort, basically. It's a very easy kill. Now Ocean Rift gets settled into the Rift. Rift Herald gets dropped. Mid tower not on for the world. Kindred gets found out by the Xin Zhao. Mounting Dread does apply the slow. but it isn't enough to save her. The answer seems like no. She's gonna pop Lamb's Respite to buy herself some extra time. Flash over the wall, cutting her healing from her own ultimate, and she will die to Annie's Incinerate, I believe that's her name of her W, or Configurate, one of them. But the counter kill comes down. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow missing the mark. I think Annie has like Incinerate, Configurate this brand. What was her Pyro? No, something like her Q and W have very weird but similar names. They're synonyms to each other, if I remember correctly. We'll check it. I'm interested now. I think one of her abilities is called Incinerate. I think is the W. And now Olaf, he's actually killed T1. He's going to hit the T2 tower. And now Kindred, she marked the Olaf. She wants him. Very tall warder, by the way. You're not gonna kill him. It's not happening. He's gonna pop Ragnarok and turn it right back on the Kindred. Just kidding. She kites it out with the help of Cho'Gath. Olaf tanked a few too many autos before turning for that engage. He hesitated far too long before going back for the trade, and that is basically the only way he can die to the Kindred. Now Kindred is actually slowly scaling up a little bit. Going lethality though, so she threw away all of her gold. Don't do that as Kindred. Lethality is not good on her. Neither is Conqueror, let's be real, but as a Kindred, you just play as a burst. You just build crit with press the attack. You land your third hit with Mounting Dread, and you chunk like 1,000 health, and you call it a day from there. At least that is the build that I personally have found the most success on. Lethality is really awful against armor, and Kindred already does pretty poorly against armor to begin with. A lot of her skills don't really scale well into armor stats. Oh, here comes the Annie. Molten Shell giving her the movement speed. Tibbers gets dropped on the Ash. Ash will be the first victim. The Silence taking Misfortune out of bullet time. But Kindred is here for the cleanup. Mounting Dread kills Annie from half to 0. The Tibbers is hugging her. However, she carries a double bullet with her to the grave. Zillion and Annie falls on red team, but 3 taken down in exchange. Given how ahead the red team was in the early game, that was actually a pretty favorable trade. And now Olaf finds the Cho'Gath. He is going to start screaming, so the Rupture will not knock him up. The Blast Cone gets popped, but he has actually sent himself further into blue team territory. He's actually going to try to fight the Darius. That's not the fight he can win. Darius has a guillotine. He can chop his head off. Cho'Gath noms him away. The guillotine doesn't actually finish off the kill. Misfortune comes in to secure it. And Olaf grabs the kill and gets out, but Cho'Gath takes a stack onto the Xin Zhao. His health is getting up there, man. It's gonna get a little bit scary soon. Olaf sitting with very healthy CS scores. He's gonna walk his way out of there. The slow lands onto the Blitzcrank. He's gonna have to walk away. The hook does not hit. He's gonna carry a few more bombs with him. Kindred trying her damnedest to clear this wave. Umbral Glaive. Interesting choice. The hook is going to try to land on the Zillion. He doesn't find the Zillion, flashes away. Rupture, assuming the hook will connect, also whiffs. Alright, now we're supposed to check the Annie skills, huh? Oh, but first off, Cho'Gath gets found out. Cho'Gath, he just now got the Nom, but Zillion already popped his ultimate to get out. Annie is on the boss side. She stuns up the Blitzcrank. Tibbers is pounding him. And now Kindred from the boss side roaming up. She's shooting Tibbers in the face. Tibbers gets recalled by distance. Rift Herald number 2 picked up by the Xin Zhao. Cho'Gath is still being attacked by Tibbers. No one's hitting this Tibbers. She's actually applying a significant amount of DOT burn. That's a very weird visual glitch. And now Annie has to try to walk away. The Nom is up. Is he going to try for it? He's being kited by so many people at once. He does get the Nom with a flash forward, but he will immediately die afterwards. He does pick up a stack, so he says worth and leaves it at that. In fact, he gets a shutdown kill on top of that as well. But blue team loses a tower in exchange. The tower in question was in fact this one, and red team picks up Ocean Drake, and they're going to go home. They're on their way home. 3 dragons, all a different type. It's like a rainbow over there for a red team, and blue team has none to their name. One more will give them the Ocean Soul. One of, if not the most powerful soul on the Rift. Just the immense amount of sustain you get from team fighting. You can fight forever. Not even Cho'Gath or Darius can threaten you from that point, as long as they can get that stack. Ah yes, Q is called Disintegrate. There we go. Disintegrate and Incinerate. And now Olaf runs down the Ashe. Ignite is taking down her. He will let the Ignite take that kill. Now Kindred being clapped. He gets pulled out of the Kindred realm and is killed off by the Blitzcrank. Cho'Gath does have a ton of health to his name, but he is very easily kiteable still. Miss Fortune is trying to lay down as much damage as she can, but red team is going to start off pushing out mid-wave, and they're going to start settling into the next objective, swerving around the bot lane, looking for a way to flank them from behind. It's just going to be Annie and Zilean, but they walk through 2 wards. Miss Fortune lagging behind. This entire activity is spotted out. Blue team immediately counters by full recalling, allowing nobody to be caught inside that jungle. Darius has his summoners up. He has his ultimate. He hasn't actually fought anyone in such a long time. Same cannot be said for the Kindred, who does die. Herald. Was there a Herald? Or there wasn't a Herald. That was Cho'Gath. He looks like a Herald. I'm still totally sleepy. I can't cast when I'm this sleepy. And he kills off the Ashe. And now the siege on the mid begins. Tibbers taking a few tower shots, but they're going to call it off. Xin Zhao swerving around. He finds a Blitzcrank. Will he get the audacious charge? He does not. But will Blitz go for a miracle hook? No, he will run face first into an Annie. The Disintegrate stuns him in place. And he will die without further contest. 3 members dying completely randomly. That is going to open the door to Baron Nashor. And red team is already on it. They're smacking away at it. And they also deploy the Herald bot. They have to answer one of the 2. Blue team chooses to answer the Herald. Actually, they choose a 3rd option and just give up. So now the game will just end. 22 minutes in. A crushing victory for the red team.